Hello, my friends. It's Tania Gabrielle here with Astro-Numerologist. Welcome to your weekly Astro-Numerology forecast, Astrology Numerology forecast for October 28th through November 3rd. And oh my gosh, is this a big week? It's one of the major weeks, truly, of the year. We have both a new moon and then we have a huge opposition that really defines the next half year. So let's begin with the highlights of the week. On the 28th of October, Mars trines Neptune and Venus squares Saturn. So it's a very active day. Your intellectual energy is very spiritualized with Mars trine Neptune. A trine is very harmonizing, and you're directing the energy towards expressing yourself in a creative way, but you're also very receptive at the same time. So that really stimulates your imagination and your intuition, your instinct through Mars, and you just feel those refined, subtle vibrations. So you can transmute a lot of energy today. With Venus square Saturn, it just makes you want to spend some time alone and really get down to business and get things done, but through kindness, through beauty, through love. And if there's any relationship tension, then Saturn is asking you to work through that. Then we come to the 30th of October. Mercury is opposite Uranus. That's the upper or higher and lower mind in opposition. So there's some tension there. Also, both Mercury and Uranus govern communication. So there are certain things you may not want to schedule in terms of possible conflicts. And in general, the pace of life is quickened. You feel this nervous tension and you want to make sure that you are bringing your thoughts into balance. You're not overthinking things or getting, overwhelmed by your thought process. And then comes the first really big event on the 1st of November. On Friday, we have the Scorpio new moon. This is a truly vital moment because it happens on the 1st of the 11th, and that date adds up to 11, a universal date. So we have an 11 of 11 date on the 1st. There's so many ones, and it's a new moon, so the new beginnings aspect is huge. And then the actual new moon takes place at 9 degrees in Scorpio, and 9 is the final single digit, where 1 is the first. So 9 is culminations and endings, whereas 1 is fresh starts. So this is a pivot point. And it's also a pivot point because Mars is opposite Pluto. Mars and Pluto are the co-rulers of Scorpio. Mars is the ancient ruler, Pluto is the modern ruler. And this aspect becomes exact 2 days later on November 3rd. So it's totally in play during this new moon, and that makes it a very passionate and vital moon to look at any inner tension you have. There just is this need for openness. When there's an opposition, we need to harmonize the energy, not go into the opposition side of it. So there is a great need for physical movement as well, because Mars governs energy in your body. And so make sure you do take walks or exercise all around this time. Then we come to Sunday the 3rd, and this is when Venus opposes Jupiter and Mars opposes Pluto. Venus opposite Jupiter, these are the two benefics. This is helping to diffuse the tension of Mars opposite Jupiter. The two benefics are, even when they're in opposition, they're helping, they're bringing joy, they're activating beauty, and there's a lot of happiness and optimism. And with Mars and Pluto, there just is a lot of fired up energy regarding power and leadership and leaders and those in power and how you feel about power. Do you feel empowered or disempowered? And so this is a major time to really channel any passion into something that's meaningful to you, because it really strengthens your drive, this opposition. It really helps you feel like you can achieve a lot, which will last all the way through April, because due to Mars's retrograde, which begins in December, they will meet again in opposition on January 7th and April 24th. And so this theme of Mars opposite Pluto especially while Pluto moves into Aquarius on November 19th for 20 years, is huge. And it will be covered in depth in my 11th Ultimate Yearly Forecast. One of the major topics, it's such a big year with all the other slow-moving planets moving to 0 degrees into new signs and 9 universal year. There's pivot points because of the endings, beginnings, themes that's just flowing everywhere. So I'm so excited about this 11th Ultimate Yearly Forecast. Please do watch a short video on it at 2025forecast.com, and you'll see there's a special early bird discount available right now. We only have a certain amount of seats because I will be answering your live questions, and there'll be an instant access webinar that you'll receive of the whole event right after the live stream as well. Have a beautiful week, a calm week, and I wish you all the best. And I'll see you next week for our weekly forecast. Lots of love.